I am Frédéric Harel, guest host on Living 365 TV today. It's time to stop waiting and start living 365.
Hi, I'm Lisbeth Fregonese, guest host of Living 365 TV. It's time to stop waiting and start living 365.
Hi, I'm Heather McRae, and I am guest host on Living 365 today. It's time to stop waiting and start living 365.
Experts and real tools for real people like you who are ready to stop waiting and start living 365. I'm your host, Priya Ali, and I'd first like to start off today by thanking you all so much for your viewership and support of the show. I love doing it, and I'm really happy to hear that you guys like watching it. Some of the comments I've received this week is based on how respectful we are as hosts, not talking over each other, which is really hugely important to me, especially as a mother of four. It's a rule I have in my house. And the other feedback I got this week was I speak too quickly sometimes. So I'm going to try and slow it down a little bit. I've just got so much to say and want to get it out. I get excited. But definitely we take your feedback very seriously here at Living 365 TV. So if there's something you like, something you don't like, let us know. Something that you want to see, something that you're interested, let us know that too as well, because this show is designed for you. I'm very excited about all my shows, but today, of course, I have a show that we're designed to teach you about energy today. Energy is everywhere, and I just want to raise awareness for you and how energy is impacting you. So joining me today, I have the lovely Frédéric Harel. Frédéric is a coach, author, and palmist. We have the beautiful Lisbeth Fregonese. Did I say it right?
Fregonese? Yeah.
I practiced it 6 times. Lisbeth Fregonese. Yeah. Lisbeth is the founder and operator of Luminous Energetic Pathways Center. And the lovely Heather McRae. Heather is an energy healer and has a master's degree in special education. Welcome, ladies, to Living 365 TV, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
So energy, we all have energy, as you all know, as you all feel and live every day. Walk into a room, you feel somebody's vibe, you get that sense. Now, what is your experience in terms of energy when you meet someone? How do you know when you feel someone's energy? Say you walk into a room, Heather, you meet someone for the first time, you came in here today meeting these lovely women. How do you determine the way you feel energy? How does it present itself to you?
You know, that's a really good question, and my answer is going to sound kind of woo-woo and airy-fairy, but when you are really, really grounded in your body and you experience the energy in your aura from within your body, not, you know, up in your head where it's theoretical, you feel somebody's energy right away the minute they come in closer into your aura has 7 layers, as you know, but when they come closer to you, I get a read like that. I'm hardly ever wrong, and if I don't listen to, usually I feel somebody's energy in my soul, like a strong reaction in my solar plexus, or if somebody really hits me positively, it'll hit me in my heart. Like right away I'll get a heart read if it's somebody that I'm really drawn to, but if it's a negative thing, my gut will clench like that, and it will be, okay, shields up.
Yeah, same for me, that I can feel that in generally speaking, I find in the lower half of my body, something doesn't quite feel right to me, I'll feel it around in my stomach. But something that kind of works for me, I feel it in my heart. And that's one of the tools I use with my clients, is asking them to identify where they feel in their body their negative energy and positive energy. Because I find, and I wonder what you guys think about this, I find that when people are aware of that, it helps them to guide them in their decision making, in their activities, who they interact with, how they interact with them. What do you think?
I could interject here. I have a different approach. I am a very intellectual person.
Yes.
So when I hear about, okay, I have to feel it here, I have no idea why I feel it.
Okay.
For me, it's more a mental process.
Yes.
Do I feel good? oh, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
And a lot of the way the energy works is, do I have an idea, or do I have but it's not something physical. It's not like I've been a healer for many years. I don't feel the energy at all, but I know. It's more a knowing process than a physical process.
So there's that digital audio sense of yours. So it's part of your senses, right? We have those five senses. So part of your knowing. So you have a knowing.
Exactly.
So you feel through your knowing.
And what has been happening is I used to be very disappointed or wondering, oh, I don't feel anything. What am I? Like, all these people are so good, I am so bad. Until I took actually an intuition course, and I found out that my way of feeling was, as you say, a knowing. Like I read hands, and during my reading, suddenly, I don't know why, and I have this idea. And I tell the person, and then it's exactly what needs to be said at this time. So it's a totally different way of feeling the energy, and it took me years to actually find out that the knowing that you're talking about works.
Yes, and that's, I'm so glad that you said that, and we can identify those differences, because that's really important. There are people who will listen to someone like yourself and say, well, I just get this gut feeling, and that's how I know. And then they think, well, I don't, like you said, well, I don't have a feeling. Does that mean is my feeling sensor broken? Is there something going on down there? What's wrong with me? And so it's very important to know that we do receive our feelings. Your feeling is a feeling of knowing. That's actually your feeling, right?
Exactly.
And yours is coming in through the physical. So I'm really glad that came up, because it helps people who are watching. For those of you who don't have the feeling sensor, or for those of you who don't have the knowing, you'll know in your own way. And that's what we're trying to raise the awareness around today, is connecting with yourself to understand what your energy sensors are, whether it be through your knowing, whether it be through your hearing, whether it be through your feeling. How about you?
I come from this place where I feel that it's a connection with your senses, all of your senses, and how well connected that we are to them. So when an energy comes in the room, how do we respond to that energy? I feel that it's about just listening, whatever centers, whatever senses it is that comes up for us. So my background is martial arts, and one of the basic principles that we learn is about listening, is about feeling, is about connecting to that inner part of ourselves. Because when you're up there doing a kata, there's no one else there. There's no masking. You're basically naked standing up there doing a kata. And I feel that practice over many years has really helped me know myself really well. So I think part of it too is how much time we spend with ourselves, what our relationship is with ourselves. We get a lot of external messages, this is good, this is not good, this is healthy, this is not healthy, and we tend to internalize those messages. So the common theme that I have for the people that come and see me is listen to what I say, bring it to here, and then scan it.
Right.
Feel it, sense it. If it fits, by all means, take from it what resonates, and whatever doesn't, throw it out.
Yes.
Because everybody's so different. And I think it's never about what's right and what's wrong. It's about connecting to all of our senses. And for some are just stronger, while others are weaker. But we all have the senses. It's not that we don't have a gut. It's not that we don't have the knowing. We all have all of our senses. It's just we tend to gravitate to those that are stronger. What the martial arts teaches is to strengthen the weak ones, so that there's that balance. Because then we receive the messages on all levels of our auric field.
You know what, if I may, I really appreciated what you said, because most of the people that I know are ritual masters in the modern mystery school, and that's a piece of strong component of that is martial arts, because you have to, the way that we're taught as initiates in the Great Brotherhood and Sisterhood of Light is to flow the light and love of God through our chakras first, to be open to receive energy from other people so we can scan it and read it, but also to be grounded in our bodies so that we can be fully present to what's going on, because as you know, there's so much more to the universe than just what we perceive, right? So when our third eye is open, that's a piece of our intuition, right? What you were speaking of. And also, it incorporates the gut feeling and all that other stuff, because you're blended and integrated into all of your sensing bodies, right? You have your five taste, touch, smell, sound, but then you have your spiritual senses too. And so when you're grounded and you're open and receptive, then when the light comes through, it's connecting you in a way that's also protective, right?
Mm-hmm. One of the things I found personally for myself, and it sort of speaks to what you're saying, is because we do like to focus on our strengths, right? We like to accentuate that, what's your best feature? Is it your eyes? Is it your, and similarly with your energy. And through my journey or through my own growth, I would connect a lot more spiritually. So my upper chakra, so I was up here a lot. I was having a good time up with the angels and in that angelic realm and that energy. And I found that a lot of things that were more physical activities, again, you and I were speaking earlier about great visions, great ideas, but to actually bring them to fruition and to their physical fruition, I was struggling with that because I was up here in creation land where it was all fun, but to get back down into that part of my being where I can actually execute things and make things happening, I used to struggle with that. Part of it for me was having to go through, and face my own issues and really deal with that stuff that is in the gut, because I find here energetically for me is where I protect myself. That's sort of, your solar plexus, sacral chakra, we're talking self-esteem down here, support and self-love, all that kind of stuff. So those were things that I had struggled with over the years. So I didn't really want to feel any of that stuff. And when I would ground, I wouldn't feel as strong in those areas, so I would kind of tend to, well, you know what, I'll go back up here, and that's easier for me to deal with. So I really appreciate what you're saying, is we tend to want to strengthen the muscle that's easiest to strengthen first. When we go to the gym, we don't really want to work on the thing that hurts the most. We want to, let me just do 10 of these because that's easier for me to do. So do you guys have advice or tips on how to assess sort of where the challenged areas of your energy are, and how we can help people to move forward with that?
My advice would be to do an activity that involves spirituality, whether it's music, whether it's dance, whether it's martial arts, whether it's yoga, something that connects you to your physical being, something that connects you to your higher being. Because when we talk about balance, I hear a lot of people talk about what is balance, and it's balancing their work with their family, with their true balance is internal balance. It's where we are balanced with our physical being, which is the lower 3 chakras, in connection with our higher being, and having all of them open.
I have to treat the audience like they don't know anything about what we're talking about.
Okay.
So when we refer to things like the light coming through or chakras, meditation, all this kind of stuff, I'm just going to sort of, anybody jump in, is to describe these things, because I think it's important for us, for those of us, when you're in an industry or you're in a circle or you're in a regular practice of something, the lingo and what we're doing is very common for us. But what the goal of my show is to raise awareness for sometimes people who are not already doing these things. So can we just identify what a chakra is? Can we make reference to the light that we're talking about, and even what meditation, what that actually all involves?
I don't know if I can really answer your question, but I would like to talk about the type of meditation I do, and how I was doing it wrong, and how I started to do it.
Wrong for you? Okay.
Right. The type of meditation I do is called Kriya Yoga.
Okay.
And basically, it's not a question, we're not going through the chakras, but basically it's bringing the hot and the cold along the spine. Okay. So basically when you inhale, it feels cold, so this is the energy going up along your spine, so that it goes from the bottom, like what you are talking about, like your gut, to your head, which is a more spiritual way. And then when you blow out hot air, it's actually going the other way. So in Kriya, this is what we do. We actually connect the breath.
So we're circulating.
You are circulating it. So whether you go through a chakra or whatever, I'm just talking about the fact it's going up and down. Now, I have been doing this type of meditation for years. And I thought it was fun. I thought I enjoyed it. But what I was doing, I was just going through the exercise, breathing, exactly what I was supposed to do, and my mind was somewhere else. And I had so much fun doing my meditation because it was my time where I could think about what I was going to do the next day and all that. So it was my quiet moment, and my mind was going wild. And I never saw too much change in my life. And lately I decided, well, I think I'm supposed to actually think about what I'm doing and really connect by being in the moment of what my body is doing right now. And I started to do that. Wow, everything started to feel so much better. And what I find with that we are doing a lot of the time, we're just going through the motions, and we are never completely in our body, completely there, doing, like, thinking about, okay, where is my breath going right now? What am I doing? I'm supposed to look at what is called the third eye, the light here. Well, I completely forgot about it because I was thinking about what I was going to do tomorrow, or my shopping, or how much fun I had a month before. So maybe, I don't know if this relates to what you were trying to say about, we are in our meditation, we do it, but if you just go through the motion without really saying, okay, what am I doing right now? How am I reconnecting? And once you connect with the moment, with everything, like breathing. It's something we do without thinking.
Totally.
But when you really think about what you are doing with your breath, my breath is going up and now it's going down. It's cold when it goes up, it's hot when it goes down. Wow, this is what you can be, like the present moment. Yes. And then this is when you can change.
That's exact. Thank you, because that is giving some clarification to what I was trying to allude to, is that there are often times where people are going into meditation and then returning, and not to take away from any meditative practice any of you or any of us are teaching, but meditation